A couple of things because the phone lines are just flush with great callers right now. April in Pennsylvania. You may remember her from yesterday's show when she accidentally bought a Tesla with her phone.
Yes. And she put a screenshot on Instagram and tagged us. So legit, you see her receipt for the car. It's crazy.
She's trying to take a screenshot to show people you can buy a Tesla, but she accidentally buys the Tesla instead. April, welcome back to the show. How was your day yesterday?
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
Well, it was interesting. I called a couple of times to Tesla and then supposedly the place in Springfield, New Jersey that was dealing with it. And long story short, so apparently not the owner of the car anymore. I'm not getting the car because if you don't finish like the steps to actually, get your VIN number and all of that, then you won't get the car. So that's great. The bad news is it looks like I'm going to be out the $100 because the lady on the phone was saying that they don't normally refund that. And I was trying to say that, I didn't try to buy the car as much as I would love to. I'm not. She goes, but it's our policy not to refund that. So I was like, oh okay.
So an accidental screenshot cost you $100.
Yeah.
I mean, it almost cost her $67,000. So
yeah, how are you looking at it here? Are you looking at it like you're down $100 or you're plus $66,900?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely looking at it on the better side. Definitely glass half empty or glass half full. So.
Well, congratulations on not owning a Tesla, right?
That's weird, but yeah.
I know. It's a weird thing to be happy about, but it definitely ended up. It could have been a lot worse. And hey, I got to talk to you guys, and it's been a funny story for sure.
I think since she did a 2-day call experience here, let's get her a Pimp & Joy sweatshirt.
Okay. Yes.
So we'll put you on hold. And then we'll get your info. We'll send you a Pimp & Joy sweatshirt. What?
We'll send her a little goodie package to maybe, it'd be like she spent $100. We'll send her like
$100 in Pimp & Joy?
We'll send her $100 in Pimp & Joy, so it's like that money at least went to something.
Heck, you know what? Let's go. I'm going to send you a Tesla with Pimp & Joy written on the side of it. All right. April, thank you very much for calling. I'm going to put you on hold. Don't hang up because we need to get your information, okay?
I will. Thank you guys so much. This has been so much fun. At least going through all this craziness, it has a fun ending.
Where do you live in Pennsylvania?
I live in Wilkes-Barre, so I'm actually 20 minutes away from Scranton.
I know exactly where that is. All right, thank you very much. Have a great day. Do not hang up. There she is.
You too.
Bye-bye. Mike Diaz showing me a Hot Wheels 2019 Tesla you can get for $9.99 on Amazon.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, let's send her one of these two. We'll try to get like a model one, a little bigger, and we'll all sign it and send it to her with the Pimp & Joy stuff.
Is it red? That's what she ordered.
Yeah.
Red. Good.
Yeah. Don't get the $599 one. There's he's clicking on that now.
No.
Let's get one that's big enough that we can all sign and send to her. Okay. All right. Let's go over. I'll tell you what, we'll do the news, and we have a bunch of callers about writing letters. We got a lot of good callers today. All right, let's go with the news.
Bobby's Big
Story.
Do you know what a Viking funeral is?
No, I have no idea.
It's where your remains are set on fire and sent out to sea.
Oh, okay. That sounds about right.
Sometimes in the movies, they push you out to sea, then they shoot a bow and arrow up in the air that has fire on it, and then it lands out there and goes boom and blows up. That's a Viking funeral. Maine is considering a bill that would legalize Viking funerals and, quote, open air cremations.
Huh? Just like that.
That's where a person's remains are set on fire outside and maybe sent off to sea. They're cool in the movies, and they never miss.
What movie have you watched
like
with these?
300
a lot
or
of
something?
movies where someone dies, they put them on like a wooden boat, and they float them out to sea, or they throw them off a boat, and then someone who's really good with a bow and arrow lights the tip of the arrow, shoots it up in the air, lands it on top of it, boom, it blows up.
A lot of movies.
Have you guys never seen this?
never
How
seen
have
it.
you seen it? A lot.
A lot. Everything I watch. When they put what kind of movies do you like? I said anything with a Viking funeral in it.
Oh, I can see you now wanting this.
I think it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm just never. I don't know.
You're never gonna die.
I'm starting to be convinced.
You're immortal?
I don't know, man. I don't like thinking about death, so I just imagine I'll never die, you know? All right, more news.
Bobby's Other Big
Story.
Is Netflix bailing on binging? Netflix says that 2 upcoming shows will be released weekly, not all at once, so that viewers have time to dissect each episode. Are we looking at a future where more of their content isn't bingeable? I say yes. I say it'll be done both ways, but listen, you're just going with the trends, right? Like, for a while, it was put everything out at once because that was cool. People were talking about it. It was new. It was fresh. But now, everybody's doing that, so people are like, let's slow it down a little bit. Let's let some of these shows have an online life, like people are talking about it more.
Let's rein it back in.
Well, because if you, WandaVision, for example.
Good one.
Which I loved. We'd come in and be like, did you see that? Did you see what happened in this episode? Not on the air, we don't want to spoil it, but what episode are you, 4? Okay, remember this? That doesn't happen with these binging shows. So now
it all blurs together.
I think you're going to see more shows do this until everybody's doing it again, and then it'll be boom, binge again. What's old is new is old, and that'll always change. But I personally like the binge shows because I like to just do it and knock it out.
I guess I like a little bit of both, so I think it's okay. Maybe some people release it all, bam, and then others decide to make us wait a week between.
I have no interest in waiting a week.
Oh.
I will wait a week, but I like when a show ends. I don't care to talk about it with my friends. I want to see what's next.
So one of my favorite shows that just came back that I have to wait a week for is A Million Little Things because it's a network show. So I watch it on Hulu and it comes out. And I must say, when a new episode releases and I pull up Hulu and I see there's a new one a week later, I am super excited. So there is something cool to that. Like if I could have just binged it all last weekend, it wouldn't be as exciting.
But yeah, it's a very selfish thing. I know, but I'm a selfish person.
Okay.
Finally, a wedding cake left with an unfortunate message after a mix-up has caused some controversy. So here's the situation. These people order a cake, and they say, would you like it to be personalized with an inscription? They click yes in the little box, okay? And then in the inscription box, they write, no inscription, please.
Oh.
Now,
literal. Gotta be literal.
The cake comes, and in the middle of it says, no inscription, please. It's not because they wrote no inscription, please. It's because they wrote, yes, I would like an inscription, and then wrote no inscription, please. I don't fault the cake owners.
No, they did it right.
Some guys are going, oh, no, I'm confused. They click yes, but they wrote no inscription, please. The only way to really get out of that is to do exactly what they say. And so that's what they did. They showed the receipt.
It's funny.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if they tried to reach out to them. That sometimes when I'm confused, I would try to make a phone call and be like, did you mean to press this button?
It's a 10-inch carrot cake. They click yes as to whether they like to. A carrot cake?
Oh, I love carrot cake.
I know, but never first round. Like, I never draft a carrot cake.
Definitely not.
I'll eat a carrot cake, and I like a carrot cake, but if I have a bakery to choose from, I'm never going first round carrot cake. Chocolate cake, vanilla cake, funfetti.
Oh,
funfetti
cake,
for sure.
Never carrot.
And then very last carrot cake.
If there's carrot, maybe 7th or something.
No, German chocolate cake's last.
German chocolate cake's pretty good.
Blech.
Better than carrot. But no peanut butter for me, you know? So I thought that was a pretty funny story. That is your news. Thank you.
Bobby's Big
Story.
Brett Young, lady here on the Bobby Bone Show. You guys can call us if you want. 877-77-BOBBY. 877-77-BOBBY. Thank you for listening to the show. All right, you guys called. We have a lot of you who have written letters to famous people. We talked about that earlier. I wrote one to Hulk Hogan. I was a kid. I got a card back. I'm not even sure if it was him who signed the thing. But, like, Scuba got one from a president. Amy almost sent one to Patrick Swayze.
Well, I wrote it. My mom just never sent it.
Eddie sent one to who?
Cameron Crowe, a director. No response.
You never heard from him.
Nothing. Crickets.
We're trying to get Hulk Hogan on the show.
Yes.
And maybe Cameron Crowe, who knows. But we have a lot of listeners who've sent some stuff off too. We'll come back and get those calls. And have a listener who wants to ask about the thermostat, the little drama at the house with the thermostat. We'll get to that too next. Kim, you're on the Bobby Bone Show. Thank you for calling. Kim in Pittsburgh, PA. Good morning.
Morning, studio.
Morning.
So, yeah, I was curious to know how the folks in the studio handle the thermostat at home. At our house, it's kind of a battle all year long. I like to dress for the weather outside. You know, if it's 80 degrees, I like to wear my shorts and T-shirt and have it be warm in the house. Or if it's winter, I like to wear my snuggly clothes. But my husband likes it to be pretty much a constant 68 degrees. I didn't say 69 on purpose, all year long. So that, that's just his comfortable temperature. So how do you guys handle it?
This might be more common than I originally thought because I'm the same as your husband. Like, I like it cold. I like it. When I go to sleep, it needs to be like 66, 67. I would rather be cold and cover myself up with the blanket at night than have to sweat. You can't control sweat. You just sweat. If you're cold at night, you can bundle up. You got your person next to you. I like it cold all the time. However, she does not. I think because she's skinnier. I don't think she has enough meat on her bones as I do. So I think that it's just guy, girl. Don't you? Are you the same?
I mean, it just depends. My husband does not want it cold.
But is that a money thing? Or is that...
It's probably, him trying to control the electric bill or
I mean,
whatever.
I'm like, dollar bill, y'all. I want to be cold.
I know. So I have to go sneak and turn it down a few degrees. But nobody in our house really likes it cold. I don't want it to be super cold, but I definitely don't need it to be as high as he wants it. Now, here in the studio, that's a different thing. You control that, and you always want it cold, and there's nothing we can do about it.
And you two kids, when you're the boss, you can control the air, too. Yeah, it's freezing in here.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
But it keeps you on your toes.
That's what you say. Sometimes I feel numb.
Yeah. I can't even feel my toes.
Eddie, what's it like in your house?
Lucky for us, we don't really argue about it. We're good at 75, and we're happy with it.
75
Yeah.
Sahara Desert?
Sahara Desert. Maybe it's just our climate we were born and raised in, but we're from Texas,
Well, yeah,
and we
they're
love
from
it.
South Texas.
What is happening in your house?
It's great.
Do we need to GoFundMe for you?
No, that's how we prefer it. And then when we got our foster kids too, now they're acclimated to it and they like the warm house.
Well, Kim, I relate to your husband. Apparently, we're not in the majority. I thought we were. Amy?
No, we're warmer. I'm just a few degrees less than my husband, and I have to go sneak it. And then he goes and sneaks it back up, and then I go sneak it back down.
Well, I don't mind it being 70 or 71 in the daytime, but I do crank it down before we go to bed.
Wow.
And now we're in like a guest room that doesn't have good circulation because 2 of our bedrooms are under construction right now. So we burn up. We have to keep our door open so air blows in from the hallway. It's a whole situation. And then we hear Stanley walking at midnight with his clank, clank, clank his nails. And he walks in and falls asleep on the floor and then snores. And it's just a whole situation. Then I squirt him with a water bottle so he'll leave.
In the middle of the night?
Well, yeah, because he sleeps upside the bed. And we can't sleep because he's a fat bulldog and he's so loud. So I grab the water bottle next to the bed and go, tss, tss, tss. And then he's like, okay. And he walks back around to his bed.
What's happening at your house?
Like I said, it's March Madness at my house. And not because of basketball. It's 2 dogs. I mentioned that we sent a carpet off because Stanley got sick. And I'm talking, it didn't just poop on it. Like exploded in 4 different places on it. Poor guy. I feel bad for him. Tried to clean it up best we could. Ended up calling a company we use called Zero Res. They came and had looked at it. Was like, this is a dead body scene. Wrapped the carpet up, took it with them. Would get it back tomorrow. But then we had another smaller incident on another carpet, so we wrapped that up, had to take it out to the garage.
Oh, boy.
It is nonstop. The 2 dogs are...
You should probably just not have rugs in your house right now.
It's a lot. But I'll say this, Eller, who we adopted basically off the street, she was really angry and really guardy about everything, and you pet her, she bites you at first. She's really now becoming, in a lovely way, a dumb puppy because she just trusts now. She lets you pet her. She'll roll over. You can scratch her ribs, her stomach. Like, she's really turning into a pretty good dog. And it's taken a lot of time. It's taken a lot of Kaylin crying because she's like, I don't think the dogs will ever get along. But we are getting there. Love it. A lot of poop on the carpet right now, but otherwise, in 6 months, we're going to look back and be like, this is amazing. So that's the dog story right now. Kim, thank you for your call. We have no answer for you because we're all different. Fight the fight.
Thank you.
All right. See you later. Let's do Russell Dickerson, Love You Like I Used to, Bobby Bone Show. 877-77-Bobby. If you guys want to hit us up, we'd love to talk to you. The guy wakes up to find a gun pointed at his head, but you'll never guess what they demanded. It wasn't money. Something pretty weird. But imagine you wake up and there's just a gun there.
I don't know. I'm terrified.
Right?
I would be like, is this real?
Yeah, like, how are you, Bobby? Come out. They're like, no, we want your blank. What do you think they wanted?
Well, now that you say
It's not money.
your bed,
Okay, well, that'd be weird. Wake up from your bed. Get up. I want your
we
bed.
want your sleep
Yeah.
number.
What do you think?
Because of Lady Gaga, I'll go French Bulldog.
Okay, we'll come back. I'll tell you that in a second. And also, we'll get an update from Eddie. He got his first vaccine shot yesterday.
I just had another guess. His organs.
Whoa.
Is that what it is? We want your organs.
It's not what it is.
Is
And
it
then they go
close?
put him in an ice bath.
Pretty dark. All right, we'll come back next. So they weren't after money or electronics or anything else like that. But a guy broke into a guy's house, pointed a gun at him, and said, "Hey, I want your cats."
Oh, what kind of cats?
Well, I mean, you've heard of a cat burglar, right? That's what I was thinking.
Oh.
But there's a case in Michigan's Upper Peninsula where, according to the police department, a man awoke at 4:14 a.m. to find another man pointing a gun at his head and demanding he give him the 2 cats that lived there. The guy who broke into the home without permission obviously took one of the cats before leaving. Police believe the suspect knew the homeowner prior to the home invasion. He was located a short time later. The gun was seized. He was booked. The incident is still under investigation, but they don't mention what was up with the cats.
Yeah, I'm like, either were these like really expensive cats, or did the guy, I don't know, recently break up with someone and the person that had to move out hired this guy to go steal the cats
Well,
back?
you go deep.
Yeah,
Like,
interesting.
you create your own stories.
Well, that could happen.
Yeah.
Because why else would this guy want the cats unless they're valuable?
I would assume that on the surface is probably a fancy cat.
Yeah. Cats can get fancy. I started researching cats whenever my daughter put one on her vision board, and I was like, oh my gosh, it just sits there all day.
I mean, listen, anything can get fancy.
Yeah, I know.
It doesn't matter what your hobby is. They make a version of it that is really expensive.
Doesn't Ray have an expensive cat, like a Bengal tiger
Oh,
cat
yeah,
or something?
and it's awesome.
Hey, Tiger King, what is your cat?
It is a Bengal and it's a designer cat. It's about $1,000.
You paid that?
I didn't. Wife did. So if we ever miss rent, there's that option there.
Just sell the cat.
She paid that much for a cat?
Yeah, she loves cats and they're really, really beautiful.
Really, they are.
What's it called?
It's a Bengal.
No, what's the name of this cat?
Bengal.
No, what's the name of your cat?
Oh, Pablo.
Okay. I knew his name wasn't Bengal.
Kitty.
I thought you meant the type.
No. And so, did she pay for that cat while you were together?
She it's 14 years old, so it's lived through college, our dating, and now our marriage.
See, they live a long time.
14.
Mm-hmm. Just celebrated.
Dang. Okay. Thank you for that, Ray.
Mm-hmm.
The government is hiding a lot of UFO stuff from us, says the director of intelligence who's speaking on UFOs.
Yes.
According to a former director of national intelligence, the U.S. has secret evidence of UFOs breaking the sound barrier, which is not supposed to have happened. His name is John Ratcliffe. He says there is evidence of UFOs using technology that's beyond what humans can do right now, period. Here's a clip of him talking about UFO sightings that are very difficult to explain because they don't know what's going on.
Frankly, there are a lot more sightings than have been made public. Some of those have been declassified. When we talk about sightings, we're talking about objects that have been seen by Navy or Air Force pilots or have been picked up by satellite imagery that, frankly, engage in actions that are difficult to explain, that movements that are hard to replicate, that we don't have the technology for, or traveling at speeds that, exceed the sound barrier without a sonic boom. So, in short, things that we are observing that are difficult to explain.
What do you think about that? Do you think it's A, something from another land? Planet, galaxy, that B, another country that has far greater capabilities than we do? C, our country, but they're just not letting anybody else know what's going on here? Or D, I don't have one for D. I just kept saying letters and I was making them up as I was going.
Just ran out.
D, none of the above.
Yeah. What do you think it is then? 'Cause multiple high intelligence experts, they're going, we don't know what this is.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I think it is I don't think it's our country, so I do think it's an unidentified foreign object, but whether it's foreign from aliens somewhere or foreign from Russia, I don't know.
Which would be scarier, Russia having it or the aliens?
Oh, Russia, for sure.
What do you think?
I try not to because for me to think that we're the only ones.
Bones, A, B, C, D. Go.
I'm going to go D. I have no idea where that was going. Can you imagine, though, if we were told, yeah, there's something visiting us? We would go absolutely ape-S. The whole planet would freak out. So some people probably know what's up, and they're just not letting us know, because if we did find out, it'd be over. Looting everywhere. It would be like, well, we're all going to die. And even though that's not the case, this has probably been happening for hundreds of years. I don't know.
That Unsolved Mystery episode about the abduction, that one is the newest Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix. If you haven't seen that one, I think it was like episode 7. Like, That was crazy.
All these people saw the same thing. Something weird happened to them. They've never met each other in their whole life, but they're all within like an hour and a half of each other. It's a crazy story. But whenever really smart people and people that have really high jobs like that go, we don't know what it is, but I'll be honest with you. You're like, okay, something's up. Don't know what it is, but something's up. All right, let's switch it up a little bit. We were talking earlier about sending letters to famous people. When I was a kid, I sent one to Hulk Hogan. I got a card back. He was in the hospital from wrestling. I believed it. I'm not sure if he was really in the hospital or not.
That's a good point.
But I got a card back, and I think he signed it, but I'm not sure. Scuba Steve sent one about seatbelts and buses to Bill Clinton when he was the president. Amy wrote one to Patrick Swayze. Her mom never sent it off. Eddie sent one to
Cameron Crowe, famous director.
Lunchbox. Who'd you send it to?
Troy Aikman
Right.
sent 2 baseball cards, football cards, and he signed both of them.
Here is Rick in Tampa, Florida. Rick, what do you think about this?
I think it's a great hobby. Good morning, Bobby. Good morning, studio.
Morning.
Real quick, I used to collect autographs. I've got over 500-600 autographs, some on my wall, maybe about 100 on my wall, autographs with photos. I've got Hulk Hogan, I've got George Burns, Vincent Price, Dean Martin. It's just a great hobby. If you write them and you ask for the autographs, they'll send it back to you with a photo majority of the time. It's a great hobby. I was younger, but when my children got older, I said postage or food for the kids. I kind of had to go with the food for the kids, and I stopped. But it's a great hobby.
Thank you for your call. Phone's a little wonky there, but I think we heard him, right?
Yeah.
He listed 3 people. I wonder if you know who those people are. George Burns, Amy. Because I know who they are, but George
Comedian.
Burns.
Yeah, I guess so, right?
I guess so.
Well, then how would you define him?
So George Burns was basically 100 years old before he died. I only knew him as a really, really old comedian. And even then, I watched like George and Gracie back, the black and white episodes. But yeah, he was a comedian. He was an actor, singer, writer, but he was really, really old.
He always had the cigar.
Okay.
Did you just guess comedian?
No, I
you
knew he
picture
was.
him?
No, nope. Even when you say cigar, I'm like, nope.
He was 100 years old when he died. Vincent Price, he mentioned.
No clue.
Vincent Price was like the horror movie guy. You know, kind of scary. He was an actor, but he was always, doing the stuff where he was like leading into horror stuff, space stuff. No. He was 82 when he died. Let's see. How about Dean Martin?
Yes, he's a heartthrob from back in the day.
Tell me more.
Well, I feel like maybe it was someone my mom would have swooned over.
He was in the Rat Pack with Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, see?
Probably a little too old for your mom, though.
No, she was into that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was born in late 40s.
I don't feel like you really knew who any of them were.
Yeah. I feel like I got 2 out of 3, actually.
I don't feel like you did.
No, the first one nailed it.
You just yelled heartthrob.
Was he not? Google it.
I don't know about that. Speaking of heartthrobs, Eddie got his vaccine yesterday.
That's a good transition right there.
How did it go? Did you get what was the story?
It was very simple. My wife signed me up, and so I just showed up. She told me the time. I showed up. I didn't even get out of my car. They just made sure it was me, and then I drove up. And the only weird thing is when I was waiting to get the vaccine, they go, 2 minutes, we're defrosting it. And I'm like, defrosting the vaccine? Like, okay. And so 2 minutes later, they came out, pricked me in the arm, and they said, sit in the parking lot for 15 minutes, make sure you're good, you don't pass out or anything like that, and then you're good to go. That was it, Bones. I went straight from there to Krispy Kreme, got my donut.
You did get your donut.
I got my donut, and that was easier than the vaccine. I go up and I asked the guy.
It should be easier than the vaccine. It's a donut.
Well, you never know because you franchises or whatever. That maybe they didn't get the memo. So I'm like, hey, here's my card. I heard on the radio I was getting a free donut for this, and they're like, yep, of course, here's your donut.
Were they annoyed?
No, they was just like probably the 100th of the day. They were just cool with it.
Your arm sore?
Yeah. So it wasn't sore yesterday, but this morning it was kind of hard to move, and right now it's definitely sore.
Which one did you get?
My left arm, Pfizer.
Yeah, I got Pfizer too. So 3 weeks you go back.
3 weeks. That's what it is. That's the plan. And I don't feel sick or anything. I don't know if anyone.
Second shot, bruh.
Oh, okay.
That'd be if you feel it. That's when you'll feel it for the most part.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been researching.
But man, it feels good.
All right. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Amy, you're the only one, huh? Of us 4?
Oh, am I?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll get there. I
Well,
promise.
No pressure.
We find out Amy's an anti-vaxxer through this.
No,
3
I'm
months
not.
from now, we're like, Amy, everybody can get the vaccine. She's like, I just haven't had time yet.
No, there's just a lot happening. But my dad's vaccinated, and so I feel good about that because he's the main person I've been worried about.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yes, but I need to get it taken care of. I want to get the Johnson & Johnson.
Why?
I told you, in my brain somewhere, I feel good about it because they make stuff for babies.
Okay, and you are.
No, but I just like something about that one just appealing to me, and it's just one shot. But we'll see.
Hit us up, 877-77-BOBBY, or like this thing says right here. Here you go.